Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Real Talk with Simone. We are excited to have Simone Peront back here joining us, talking about the work she does as a life coach. And she loves talking, loves listening, loves being there for you, whether it's for work, whether it's to improve something in your life. Maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's stress, maybe it's a new job. Hey, maybe it's about your boyfriend or your husband. She's here to talk to you down and dirty and about anything. So would you mind sharing a little bit how we contact you to start?
Yeah. If you want information, a free consultation, send me an email, please, at Simone@realtalkwsimone.com. And then we will just go from there once I get your email.
Perfect. And let me ask you, what brought you into the field of coaching and helping people like this?
Personal experience. I've always had family and friends talk to me about their problems. I was always their go-to buddy to share things with.
Mm-hmm.
My friends would always just tell me, you're the only person that I feel like I can trust with these things. And I think just like one day I decided, this is something I'm just doing naturally. I think it would be beneficial if more people knew about it. So how about I just share it with others?
And here you are, and you've been. And let me ask, also, I still don't have reception here, as you can see. I apologize. What is the first thing on the agenda that you wanted to talk about until I can get this working? I don't know why it's 5G is not working.
So one of the things would be just how I help people as a life coach. And it's a process, it's a step-by-step process. I'm actively listening to their care and concern because it's important for me to understand why they're seeing me, why they're talking to me. And if there's any goals that they have in their mind, it's great to talk about them, but I also want them to write them down. I set up a time frame of when they want to accomplish the goal. And just help them talk about and identify any challenges that might get in the way, because just so that they can have better clarity of the direction of where they're going.
Got it. And a lot of us don't have clarity. Can I just ask you, as a coach, do you have everything figured out? Are you full clarity as everyone, or is it okay not to have full clarity just to make other people feel better? Like, wait a sec, yeah, because it's something I think we all go through, even like professionals like you in your field. Do you still feel sometimes the struggle and the need to talk to someone?
Oh yeah, of course, most definitely. And I think it's definitely okay to have a lack of clarity, because none of us are perfect beings, and we go through stuff in life and we have our own personal journeys. And I feel like our personal journeys is what makes us humble and human. And it's actually one of the most profound and beautiful ways to get in touch with other people. And just letting other people know that it's okay and you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's next on the agenda, Simone?
Okay. So, another type would just be like, why would somebody come to me for guidance and support? Why me? So I'm personable, I'm animated. I talk with my hands, which I get that from my mom every now and then. She's like, stop talking with your hands. I'll make facial expressions. Why is this important? Because I'm not just sitting next to you like a wall therapist. Wall therapist is somebody I call who you go and see, and they have a notebook and a pen, and they're just hearing you out, letting you talk about what you want, which is great. But sometimes I feel like when you give off that serious, non-animated, non-personable vibe, the other person feels like they have to mirror that and they have to reflect the same way. And with me, I'm still letting the person know that there's a professional aspect here, but I'm also here to just let you really be comfortable and be yourself. So I had a girl ask me, is it okay? Like, are you going to be offended if I cuss? I say, no,
No. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And one girl just literally just took her hair out and let her hair down while she's leaning in the chair, super relaxed. And, I've had a couple people just the first day they see me, and it's actually good. They've been able to just cry just the first day of seeing me. Um, I think that's good because if they're holding on to something so much in that way, yeah, that's a good sign of release. So I try my best because even though the themes are the same, so breakups,
Mm-hmm.
relationship issues, the themes, and those are the same. But
Yeah.
I feel like because each person takes things differently, processes them differently, they have a unique experience onto their own. So I do the best I can to use my intuitive powers and put myself in the other person's shoes. I like really feel the best I can with empathy, and then from there to give them feedback, the solutions and the strategies on how to go forward. Because even though the themes are the same, each person's experience is unique onto their own.
Yeah. Beautifully said. I love it. And could you share in specifically some different ways that a life coach can really help? Can you help someone with like what are the different areas? Um,
Mhm. So there's a lot of different areas when it comes to life coaching. Could be business, finances, wanting to be a better leader, dealing with the corporate office, relationships with your family and your friends, or just getting to know your self purpose a lot better. Could be athletic goals and fitness. And spiritual. So there's a range of different aspects of where a person wants to understand more and wants to feel better about.
Now, in your time of doing this as a life coach, do you mostly help people dealing with relationships or people that are stuck in their lives? What are some of the most common, would you say, top two things as a life coach you are helping people with?
Introspection, self-reflection of the self, getting to understand themselves better. And the other major one next to that is relationships. I'm absolutely amazed on how many calls I get that are on relationships. So those are the big two that I've had people contact me with, even though I just tell them very generally, I do talk therapy about anything. But yeah, those are the most two.
Got it. And also, by the way, it looks like my whole internet is down. So I apologize. There's a technical error. It says experiencing technical error at 7:15.
Okay.
But I know some of the things that we talk about is about guidance and support, right? That one, getting a screenshot sent to me. So here we go.
Mhm.
It's about guidance and support. You mentioned that. You come from a loving, caring place. We kind of went over that, right? What's next on the agenda? Let me just ask. Thanks.
No worries. So one of them would be just what are the types of challenges and obstacles that I come across as a life coach when I'm dealing with clients. So one of them is, and I'm kind of dealing with it right now currently,
Okay.
is like when a person wants to just be bubbly and super friendly and wants to start, they want to get out of the life coaching scope, and then they'll just start sending me random text messages. Like, I kid you
Really?
not, like,
Like,
yeah, it's just like a big part of why I like what I do is because people just want and need somebody to talk to.
hmm
That is really like a humongous basis out of that. So it's just a vulnerability thing, but it's okay. I'm cool with it. But yeah, they'll send me text message and they'll literally say like, I just got done with my date. It was great, just randomly. Or I just got home safely from my drive, and I'll look at it and I'll be like, what in the world? But I'm
Uh-huh.
but I'm just cool about it and nice about it, and I'll just follow up with the person to just see if they wanted to follow up with another schedule or something. And so when this happens, this doesn't happen a lot, but it has happened occasionally. Um, or because the person's so connected, which I love, they'll want to give me a hug, and I'll do like a side, kind of a hug, not like a full-on bear hug, but and yeah, this is what happens. But I just do my job as a life coach to keep that level of professionalism, and I feel like it's very important to do, because if you go out of context, I mean, it goes to kind of, I know like everybody has like their own code of ethics. Like, for instance, like why therapists can't just freely go out and give you advice because they don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
My code of ethics is I want to keep it professional while I'm still who I am. I'm free to, be who I am, but I, my mission, I feel one of my purposes in life is to be there and to serve others. And so that's why it's important for
Yeah.
me to say, I'm still here for you, but yeah, in that professional way, and having a good balance as far as
Yeah.
that. So that's one of the challenges.
Ooh. Wow. All right. And by the way, let's remind everyone, hold on, how we can reach you.
Feel free to send me an email at Simone@realtalkwsimone.com.
Perfect. And also here on your list, it looks like um, they they try sending
Mhm.
to another email for me, but we're talking about big influencers who are life coaches,
Mhm.
right? Could you share
Yeah,
some of them
so
that maybe you look up to?
yeah, for sure. So there's a couple I do look up to. There are a couple of big name folks is John C. Maxwell, Tony Robbins, and Dale Carnegie. They have a limitless, wonderful sources out there as far as books that you can check out and audiobooks. They're also public speakers as far as expressing the self-improvement and leadership. Dale Carnegie is more of like the business and the corporate training aspect, but they're great people to just to check out. And those are just a few, because I know that there are more people out there that that are out there that I haven't named. One particular that really speaks with me is Robin Sharma, and you just have to just check them out, look them up. Right now, I'm reading the 5 a.m. Club, and what I really like about him is
Mm-hmm.
how he gives his messages. They're very in depth. They are so crystal clear, and just so like there's like such a beauty of the human connectedness of how he expresses himself. So he inspires me, and I listen to him and his audios every day when I wake up in the morning, actually.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. See, it's funny. I only heard of like Tony Robbins, right? As that maybe the one
Mhm.
who most people hear of, but there are so many other
Mhm.
influencers out there. Anyone else that you wanted to add?
Um, I would say John C. Maxwell would be one of them.
Okay.
Because he's a man, he's a good family man, and he's talks about principles and values a lot on what it means to be a good human being, how to treat other people with respect, and just how to just just be good with others. And that's what I really like about John C. Maxwell.
Now, it's funny, does no, because I don't know, and even Robin, right? So you mentioned
Mhm,
Robin Sharma. I gotta Google these people. Do they
mhm,
have books? Do they do online
mhm.
seminars? How do they do it? And do they still do personal one-on-one coaching?
So I don't think they do on one-on-one coaching. I believe they have online programs or something to that
Mm-hmm.
nature, but most of what I've seen is they have their books out there and their audio. So if you just Google them, and if you have time on your spare time just to read some of the stuff that they have written,
Okay.
totally encourage it because it's going to be good for your personal development, your thinking and your mind, especially when you're going through a bad day, and just to create new creative energies into um your awakening existence.
I like that. All right, all right. What other perspective? It's so
Yeah.
good. Wow. What other perspective did you want to share today?
So this one isn't an easy one, but I believe it is important, is to be open-minded to change. And the reason for that is because life just has unexpected turns. I'm pretty sure that some of us love, I mean, I do too, like we want things a certain way. We think it's going to be like a straight line or a straight path. And sometimes life just doesn't happen that way. And so if we're open-minded to change, we can have creative solutions on how we want to go about solving our problems and how we cope with them when they do happen. So I I share that too because if we're stuck in our ways, if we are wanting things to be a certain way and it doesn't happen that way, we might get really bummed out or really depressed. And we have to know that um, there isn't just one path or one way, that there are different ways to go about things.
Yeah. Interesting. That is true. And let me ask, when you do start working with someone, talking to someone, and is it on a daily basis, weekly basis? How many, how do you know, if somebody, I know you offer just single sessions and not packages, but how do
Mhm.
you know how much time someone needs?
I'll know after speaking with them after a few sessions, and everyone's needs and wants are different. So how do I know just the information that I'm gathering when somebody's talking to me about? So for example, I know somebody right now, they're grieving the loss of their mom. And so they have to go through their personal time of reflection of what their mom meant to them. So I don't want to be like, see me 5 times a week,
Yeah.
just a couple times or just once, because it's really important for them to reflect about their experiences and to go through it. So it just depends on everyone's situation. If I'm holding somebody accountable though, like for their goals, like say they want to be really good at, I'm just giving an example, like they want to be really good at their career in violin. Um, maybe that's, depending on the person, maybe like a couple times a week or once. But that is to make sure that they're on track of what they're doing. So it varies.
But, and we still have a few minutes left in the show. What other area of perspective did you want to share for today? Since I may have missed something earlier when I didn't have my notes.
Mhm. Um, okay, yeah. So when talking about relationships and how that's been like amazingly the hot topic, maybe not amazing, so amazing. It's just, what it is. Um, One of the things that I've noticed is it might seem be so simple to do, but it really isn't, is communication. A lot of people have trouble just saying what's on their mind. And
Mhm.
on the other side, people just have trouble listening to what the other person is saying. Because when they're perceiving or listening to what someone else is saying, they just take those words and put it into their lens or how they want to create that meaning for them. And that is a huge thing. So as far as communication, don't hold back what you want to say, but do it with respect. Because if you don't say what's on your mind, it's going to bottle up. And one day you're just going to explode. So make sure that you communicate your needs and what's important to you. And then the other person who's listening, please respect what the person is trying to tell you.
Mhm.
Don't just try to like argue or fight with them right away. Just take in what they have to say and then process it, take some time with it. And then whatever it is that you want to say, please also convey what's important to you, but please do it in a way that is respectful.
Oh, that's true. No, thank you so much. And I got to ask, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Thank you so much for asking. I just spent time with family and just relaxed. How was yours?
It was good. I had people say, what? I'm like, we went in the attic. We donated 30 bags of my kids are 6 and 8 clothes. We went to the shelter in the morning, and then I brought them to my brother's daughter's house, so my niece's house, her mom, and I stayed home and I undecorated for Halloween, started decorating for Christmas. Then my dad goes and has a heart attack, but he's got a defibrillator, a pacemaker, and he was home alone. So I went to go pick him up. He came to my house. I took care of him and I just organized and put stuff away. So it was actually really good. He's okay, but I
Good.
enjoyed the time alone. Sometimes I don't have that and I need that. What about you?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I just helped prepare Thanksgiving dinner and everyone was lazy and woke up late and
Mm-hmm.
relaxed and just enjoyed family time together. So that's what we did. But I'm really thankful for just the connections, the friendships that I have, the family that I do, and I will always keep them in my heart
Mm-hmm.
and always wishing them the best, filled with many blessings. So I'm very thankful for the people in my life.
Oh, thank you so much. Pleasure having you here. And again, if someone wants to reach out, explain the process, how it works.
Please send me an email at Simone@realtalkwsimone.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can once you sent me an email.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate you. And can I ask 1, 2, 3, 4 cha, does that have any significance on you and your name? I love it. And
This is Nicholas, my name?
you see 1, 2, 3, 4 cha. That's what it says on your sign in today.
Oh, I did not know
See,
that.
yeah, I say Jill Nicolini, you say 1, 2, 3, 4 cha.
That is so funny. Maybe it's like a little dance
I know,
that I
right?
like forgot to take off or
It's
something.
cute.
But
It's
yeah,
so cute. Okay,
one,
I
two,
thought
three, four, cha.
I'm like that's what my clients call me. I do the cha cha. I don't know. I'd had to ask her. Thank you. Always a pleasure speaking with you, Simone. Real Talk with Simone. Check her out. You have a great day and an even better week. Thanks for making me laugh. And now you're like, oh my gosh, what is it?
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great day
you.
too.
Bye,
Bye.
sweetheart.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.